Hey, Queens, I got a question for you. Who did you get your abortion for? Did you get an abortion because you really wanted to get an abortion? Did you get an abortion because the man that got you pregnant told you to get it? Or did you get it because your friends and peers that were around you told you that was the best decision you should make for your life? The reason why I'm making this video message is because there are so many women walking around in the world, and race has nothing to do with it. It's white, black, Indian, Hispanic, Latin, Italian, Greek, whoever. There have been millions of women that have gotten abortions, and they get abortions not because they necessarily want to get it, but because the man told them to get it, or their peers told them to get it. The world that we live in now, there are so many people that make it like having children is a curse, having children is a bad thing. But actually, a child is a blessing. Children are a blessing. And let me explain to you why before I get into anything else, why children are a blessing. Children are a blessing because there are so many women now. These women, their wombs are closed. Their wombs are closed. They are what you call barren, and they can't have babies. Or when they get pregnant, they have miscarriages. It's very hard for their body to hold a child. And some of those women look at us and they envy or get very upset because they cannot keep a child. So many women would kill to be in your position if you had a baby or if you're capable of having a child. So I want to tell you guys that that's number one. Number two is this. I don't believe in abortions, but I don't judge women that do it because it's your body, it's your life, and you can make the decision, as far as what you want to do in your life. But I want to share this with you, and I'm going to drive home a point because in this video message, I really just want to put a bug in you all's ear that's viewing this on my YouTube channel and to my followers and friends on Facebook. A child is a blessing. And the revelation came to me even more clearly when I was in prayer. The voice of the Lord told me, this was sometime in 2013. The voice of the Lord said, rebuke the spirit of abortion. And when God told me to rebuke the spirit of abortion, I didn't really understand why God came to me and told me to rebuke that spirit. Now, I knew obviously it's a lot of abortions going around. There are a lot of women. Some of you women may have been in affairs and you got pregnant and you didn't know who the father was, if it was your husband or the man you were sleeping with, or you sleep with numerous men and you don't know who the father is. So out of embarrassment and shame, you got an abortion. Some of you women feel like I don't have the money to take care of a child, so I should abort the child. But understand that there is a support system out here for you. Don't get caught up in what the world says when people say your life is over. You will never be the same once you have a baby. It's over for you. You will never be able to have fun. Your life's going to be slowed down. Now, it is very true. You are slowed down for a little while and to a certain extent once you have a child, but it's not forever. The second thing you must understand is that there are people out here that are willing to help you. It is people out here that love you. You have a support system of people that will help you with your child. And the next thing that I want to tell you is this, ladies. Don't ever feel like a man that you're with or a man that you're sleeping with will stay with you or fall in love with you or even marry you just because you get pregnant. In all actuality, a lot of times some of the men out here that you get pregnant by, their whole attitude and demeanor changes towards you once you do have a baby with them or once you get pregnant by them. Some of you women out here right now, I'm sure that you guys have dated a man and you all went to the show, you went out to eat, you did everything together. And as soon as you came to that man and told him you were pregnant, his whole attitude and demeanor towards you changed. He has an attitude. He's trying to talk you into getting an abortion. He's saying, I got 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 other kids. I can't take care of that child right now. Whatever it was, I know it's some of you women out here that have gone through that. But I want to say this in this video message. You have to get to a point and place in your life where you take accountability and you take responsibility for decisions that you make. There is birth control and there are condoms that are out here, and it's free and it's available to you. If you do not want a child, you have to take the proper precautions to avoid a child. Now, the reason why I know a child is a blessing is because I've talked to many women, and some of them have said, hey, I took my birth control every single day at the same time, but I still got pregnant even through the birth control. This is just me. I'm not saying it's written in stone what I'm saying, but I feel like that child was meant to be here. You don't know what your child will become. Your child could be the next President Obama. Your child could be the next Michael Jordan. Your child could be just a president, an awesome person that literally changes history, changes the world for the better. So what I'm saying to you is you don't have to use an abortion as an option. I'm just stating how I feel to encourage someone, because I do believe with my whole heart that there are some of you women out here, you truly don't even want to get an abortion. But out of fear, out of embarrassment, out of shame, you will do it. Out of being pressured and listening to what people tell you, and they had an experience when they got pregnant and had a child, they will then try to spill that over on you and make you feel bad about your situation. But queens, I want you all to know and I want you all to understand that children are a blessing. You do not have to walk around in fear and embarrassment and in shame because you have a baby or because you are pregnant with a child. Some of you women, and I'm more like talking to the younger ones, it changes you for the better once you do get a baby. No, I'm not promoting having illegitimate children or children out of wedlock, but the reality is this: it's going on. It's happening all over the world. Some of you all, you're not going to be the first woman to have a child out of wedlock, and you're definitely not going to be the last. It's happening. Okay? If you look at the statistics of children that's being born, it's very high with the children that's being born out of wedlock in a year, even in a month, if you all just look at the statistics behind that. But I just want to encourage each and every one of you women and let you know an abortion does not have to be your only option. Remember, a child is a blessing. But let's be real, queens. Let's not play a game with each other. Let's not play a game. And I hope you all don't get offended and upset at this video message that I'm making. But if you get upset, you'll get over it. You'll still love me tomorrow. Trust me. But I want to say this. You know that once you have sex, the risks that come with having sex. You know that if you make a decision to not have sex, not use to have sex, but you not use birth control and you do not use condoms, you know that you're at a risk of getting an STD. You know that you're at a risk of getting pregnant. So why is it that some of you all are shocked when you do wind up pregnant? Why do you get an attitude about it? Why cry about it? Why get upset? When I tell you, don't allow the heat of the moment to overtake you and your good judgment goes out the window. This video is not to judge women that's getting abortions. It's not. That's not my call. I don't have the license to judge you or talk about a decision that you make in your life. But I do want to make this video message to just encourage some of you women out here. There is another option. But at some point, each and every one of us have to take responsibility and accountability for the decisions that we make. You can't prevent pregnancy. But if you happen to get pregnant, understand and know that a child is a blessing. And as I stated in this video earlier, when the Holy Spirit told me to rebuke the spirit of abortion, I know that God told me that because a child is a blessing. A child is a blessing. Even in the midst of your sin, God will still bless you. He will still bless you. And some of you women, you actually matured and grew up once you had that child. None of these things happen by mistake. So that's my video message to each and every one of you women. Make sure if you do make a decision to get an abortion, make sure that it's your decision. Don't get caught up in what the world is saying. Just because somebody else experienced hardship and certain things with their child, that does not necessarily mean that you're going to experience that. What I experienced in my life, I can't put that off on other people and say, you're going to go through that too. Each and every one of us is on our own path and our own journey, and our complete destiny is controlled by God. God sets in place and orchestrates everything. So that's what I want to tell you, ladies. Be encouraged. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be scared. Don't be ashamed, because currently you may be pregnant with a baby, or you're going to have a baby in the future, but you feel like, I'm not ready to be a mother. None of us was ready to be mothers. I thank the Lord that his hand was on me and I got married first, and then I had my son and my daughter. I thank the Lord. I'm not married now. I did leave my marriage. I told you guys that before, but I do thank the Lord that I did do that. I did get married first and then I had my children afterwards. But that's just not everybody's story. That's just not everybody's story. Every woman, that's not what's going on in their life. But I just want to tell you, queens, abortion does not have to be your only option. You don't never have to be ashamed and embarrassed because you're walking around pregnant. And some of you all may be pregnant now and you're considering getting an abortion. All I'm saying is think about it. There's people out here that love you and they care about you for real, and they will support you and they will help you. God bless. I love you.